Hey Pisces, welcome to August 2020, if you can believe. I'm pulling from a new deck that I got for my birthday, and I pulled for you the Vision. And I also kind of got another card, the Eternal Child, which Capricorn also got. But since I'm kind of sticking to one card per sign, I decided I'd talk about this one. But this card also did mention childhood, so I feel like inner child work feels like a pretty consistent theme with all the signs for August, um, at least in my readings. And the Vision is basically like saying, like, okay, you're born with a destiny, you're born with like a path, you're born with like something you're meant to do, and then you forget it right away. And so the Vision is kind of like whenever you get like hints or synchronicities or clues or have dreams or just these deep feelings of like, oh, I have this purpose that's like greater than myself. Whenever you connect with that, that's like the Vision. And so kind of like the medicine that the card recommended was to think about like what were some of your dreams when you were a kid, or like what lit you up when you were a kid, because your kid self is like your, it's a way to connect into your true self, before society ruined you or whatever. I also personally am drawn to the fact that there's the mountain here. I feel like this card does connect to the mountain, kind of like trying to navigate this path to the top of something, and these two owls, love owls, right? Um, yeah, because owls can see in the dark, and owls are also carriers of deep esoteric wisdom. And I guess that's what I have to say about the Vision right now. I'm also pulling from the Prism Tarot, which my friend got me for my birthday, and I've learned a lot from using this deck, and I've come to enjoy it. So, let's see what comes out. Master of Clouds, Intellect. Interesting. Okay, let's see. And also, the Vision makes sense for you as a Pisces, just because you're totally, I would think a sign that has vision, that kind of is like a little psychic, that has some connection to, okay, some other, the life of your dreams. Okay, we got Intellect, Master of Clouds, aka King of Swords, Temperance, just breathe, Victory, aka Six of Wands, Oracle Clouds, aka Queen of Swords, Perceptive, Compassion, Ace of Raindrops, aka Ace of Cups, Rebirth, 3, aka 3 of Cups, Community, Raindrops, more Raindrops, Page of Cups, Play, 5 of Lightning, Competition. So, I mean, I think this is kind of a month for you to really go for it. I feel like I don't know, like, per se. I don't want to tell you that you're going to be getting some clarity on the Vision, but I think you are feeling like deeply connected with the vision of your life, of going for your true dreams, of like making it happen, of believing in yourself, because we got this intellect and perception, right? And we also, this is like the masculine and feminine of air energy, which is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So I think with this, I just feel that maybe you're just kind of, I don't know. again, I was like, I don't know that it's like a flash of insight that you're getting. It doesn't feel like that, but it feels like, with these owls and with the mountain and with intellect and perceptive here, it's just sort of that you can see like 2 steps ahead, maybe, right? It's like you have a flashlight. It doesn't feel like you're getting necessarily the whole big picture, but you're like, oh, well, there's the path, and I can see 2 or 3 steps ahead of me, and that's all I need to see. I don't need to see the whole path. I don't need to see the top of the mountain. I just can see enough that I can move forward. So that's sort of the vibe. It's like I'm connected to my vision, like this deeper vision of my greater life purpose, and I don't totally know what it is. It's like I'm not like getting all the answers about how my life is going to go, but I think in this month, August, you're kind of getting some little clues. It's like when you do a puzzle and you kind of sit with it long enough, you leave and you come back and then you're like, oh, there it goes, right? So it's like that's the perception, and I think that's the intellect. It's like you know how to like look at this path, and you know how to like approach it and navigate it in a way where you're able to like kind of start really moving forward in a way maybe you've struggled with in the past. Like you're really actually moving forward. But I feel like you're moving forward not in this huge rush, but you're moving forward step by step. With this just breathe, I feel like it's like really, because I feel like the path is tricky, right? Like I don't necessarily think it's easy, this vision. And so I think the just breathe element of it is kind of like you're almost like meditating your way to the top of the mountain. You're not like knowing what happens. That's not how you're doing it. You're kind of more like being present and aware, and that presence and awareness is giving you enough information, as I said, to proceed, and you're kind of taking it a step at a time, and like the slowness that you're embodying actually provides some kind of like, again, movement, slow, steady movement. The turtle. Oh, I mean, I'm wearing a turtle shirt, right? So I just think turtle vibes is for sure something I'm feeling in general in my life. But slow and steady, just breathing through this process of discovering and connecting with your vision. I definitely feel like part of connecting with your vision, besides this sort of flashlight energy of seeing a little bit ahead of you, is, and also like, I guess just one last thing I want to say is this is mind energy, and to me, compassion, strength is all about the heart. And we're in Leo season, and this is the Leo card. So definitely there's like a lot of like reconnecting with like heart energy, because these are your feels. Dude, we got like play, we got rebirth. So I love this. And I feel like the rebirth again is the rebirth into kind of a new approach about how you navigate your life. And the play, I think, is a huge element of it, right? Like, I think getting into these heartfelt vibes of actually letting your heart lead the way. Because the heart has intellect, too. And the heart is very perceptive, too. And what was I was saying about, like, meditating your way to, like, the top of this mountain, basically, and taking it slowly to get there. I feel like doing inner child work, connecting to play, connecting to your heart, connecting to a sense of like what is actually lighting you up is really kind of key. And I think it's giving you a lot of just joy in the process, which makes it all the smoother. Again, the just breathe, because I do think you're going to great heights. here. Yeah. So kind of like this healing and this reapproach really brings about kind of a new beginning, rebirth. Look, I think since you're kind of figuring your shit out, there is this and this. So it's kind of a complex, like, I think the results of you connecting with your vision are a little complex. In that, I think that was something else this card kind of talked about, was like people are really drawn to people who are connected to their vision. People want to be around people who know who they are. People want to be around people who are connected to like their higher purpose, because everyone wants to be in connection with their vision. So when someone sees you being connected to your vision, they're like, what's her secret, right? And the thing is, like, we're all on our own paths to connecting to our own specific visions. So I think you're gonna get some jealousy for your victories, right? Like, or there's gonna be people who, like, I saw one quote that was like, don't shrink yourself even if people choose to overlook you. It's like you're gonna be so good at some point that people will be a little jelly, and there will be a sense of competition, because they're gonna be like, how does Pisces know how to connect to this? And like, it's gonna bring up all their shit. I'm just saying, if there's competition in relation to your victory, just be aware of it. But also, like, this matters in the sense of, like, it might be happening and it might be a result of your path, but really you're just on your path. You're always just on your path, and your path has really kind of nothing to do with it doesn't have anything to do with other people, insofar as it doesn't have anything to do with like this competition aspect or being better than anyone else, which is the victory card. It's like how other people are responding to you in your process is sort of this vibe. The fiery vibes is less important than the feels. Really, ideally, when you're in connection with your vision, you're doing it in connection to your community. You're doing it in the highest good of all, and you're doing it to connect with people, and you're doing it to kind of facilitate connection and kind of recreating new structures that benefit everyone. So I think that this is all to say, especially with like the owls and like whatever, there's higher purpose to your vision that is about community and compassion for your community. And even if it's not like you directly working in the community, I think being and leaning into how does this kind of serve other people for the positive, even if it's like art or something you're creating, can help you just navigate and deal with these side effects of what you're doing, which just comes from you being in alignment. Basically, you're getting in alignment with you and getting in alignment with you and your purpose, or at least getting in alignment with a new process of how to approach your vision, even if you can't see it all at once. I think people are like, what's your secret? I want to know. And you're like, I don't even know my secret. Like, I don't really completely know what I'm doing. I just know that I'm, learning a new way of approaching things through a spirit of play and compassion and focusing on community and the higher good of everyone involved, and just kind of breathing my way through it and seeing one or two steps ahead and being kind of like cautious and logical as I navigate this very esoteric, dreamy landscape of my dreams, and taking it a day at a time. So slow and steady wins the race. And that's just how you deal with that. So I hope that made sense. I hope that resonated. And I love you, and I'll see you in September. Bye.